Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the boat Hairspring. As usual, it's me Ivan, and in today's video I want to show you one very interesting offering from About Vintage. This is their 1960s inspired chronograph, and to be honest, I didn't expect to like it so much. About Vintage is a Danish brand which seems to be focusing on making affordable watches, and although I had heard of it before, this is the first time I see one of their watches in the flesh. And you know, I'm glad they sent this one to me for a review, because I've happened to enjoy it very much. Feel free to check their website after the review, as they're having some Christmas deals. You can find the link in the description below. With every order, you'll get an extra free strap and a watch pouch for free as well. In addition, you can use the code BOLTHAIRSPRING for some additional discount. Starting with the packaging, guys, the watch comes in this very nice wooden box. In it you will find a user manual and some very nifty instructions on how to use the chronograph together with the tachymeter. You won't find a warranty card in the box, but all About Vintage watches come with a 2-year warranty period, so don't worry about it. Overall, I like the packaging. It makes for a very good presentation and for a very nice present. Now let's continue with the watch itself. As always, we'll start by briefly mentioning the dimensions. You're looking at a case diameter of 40 mm, the lug to lug is 48.5, the thickness is 12.5, and finally the lug width is 20 mm. Here is how the watch looks on my 17 cm or 6.7 inch wrist. It looks fantastic to me, especially on this bracelet. The wearability is also great, and it doesn't matter whether you wear it on the bracelet or on the supplied leather strap. The watch will sit nice and comfortable on the wrist. My recommendation to you is that whatever you do, get the bracelet as an extra. The watch comes with an excellent genuine leather racing strap with quick release spring bars, and it goes together very well with the 60s design. But the bracelet? It's even better in my opinion. It's very well made, it's nicely finished, and it feels very solid. It also tapers down from 20 to 16 mm, and then it goes up to 18 at the clasp, which is milled, and it comes with 4 micro adjustment points. Oh, and by the way, it also comes with quick release spring bars, so that you can easily interchange it with the leather strap. The watch case is also well built and nicely finished. Starting with the front, it features a very nice domed AR-coated sapphire crystal and an aluminium bezel insert. On the right side we find the screw-in crown, which is signed, and the 2 chronograph pushers. The case back is screwed in as well. As a result, the watch is 100 meters water resistant, so it's suitable for swimming. The case back is quite plain looking, but that's because the center area is meant to be engraved. In fact, About Vintage offers free engraving service, and I highly recommend you take advantage of it. Design-wise, guys, when I saw this watch, the first thing that came to my mind was that it looks like an Omega Speedmaster. And it definitely does to some extent, especially when you look at the dial and the tachymeter bezel. However, it's also a bit reminiscent of the Rolex Daytona from the 60s era, as well as a couple of Tag Heuer Carrera and Outsavian models. To be honest, I wouldn't have realized all that if I hadn't seen one Korean review of this watch. I'll leave the link to it in the description below in case you want to check it out. But basically what I'm saying is that About Vintage has done a great job with borrowing design elements from different watches and then combining them together, as well as adding a bit of originality with the bracelet. Next, let's have a close look at the dial. It's supposed to be midnight blue. I don't know if it's my eyes or what, but to me it just looks black. Either way, it looks great, and the overall execution here is excellent. The indices are applied and nicely finished. The hands being painted white help with the legibility big time. And finally we've got the recessed sub-registers, which add a bit of depth to the dial. There is no date, but to me that's a plus, as I prefer no date watches. When it comes to the movement, About Vintage has went for the Miura 6S20 quartz movement. This is the first time I review a watch with this caliber, and although it's an affordable one, there are a couple of things about it that I find particularly interesting. The first one is that the center chronograph hand ticks at 4 beats per second, and the second thing is that when you pull out the crown, you can use the pushers to align both the chronograph hand as well as the hand of the sub-register at 3 o'clock. So if you bang your watch and the hands get out of place, you can easily realign them. The rest of the specs are quite common for a quartz chronograph. It can measure intervals of up to 60 minutes and with a precision of 1/20th of a second, which is actually better than what a Seiko VK Mega Quartz can do. Finally, Miura states the accuracy to be plus minus 20 seconds a month, while the battery should last you about 3 to 4 years, depending on the use you make of it. So guys, I think the 1960 chronograph by About Vintage is a very interesting piece to say the least. The biggest selling points for me are the design, I just like the way it looks, and also the bracelet, for the very same reason. It looks fantastic and it's well made. It's priced at $399 and if you add the bracelet it goes up to $439 and it is available in 3 different colors. The all black with orange accents is a limited edition to 200 pieces. It looks awesome and it's not sold out yet. However, my favorite is the Panda model. It's currently out of stock, but I believe it will become available at some point again. My final words are that this is a good looking watch, I love wearing it, and while at $400 it's not exactly a bargain, I think it's fairly priced. I mean, the packaging is nice, you get a free engraving option, the leather strap is made of genuine leather and it's of very good quality. Finally, the watch itself is nicely designed and well put together, and for all these reasons, I think that for the right individual, there's definitely some value to be found here. This is the end of today's video, thank you very much for watching everyone, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, consider dropping a like as well and maybe subscribe if you're new. Take care guys, I'll see you next time.